everybody, it's your boy King Crowder, back again with another lesson of history that should be taught and things we should be known. Today's lesson, I want to take something relatively new and modern, but I think historically it will be iconic when you look at it from a historical lens, and that is the great Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels was born in March 13th, 1969 in Oklahoma City to a single mother-led home, and he was raised as a very intelligent young man. He pursued his dreams, went to the University of Oklahoma to study chemical engineering, and while he was in college, he learned quickly that life is not promised when he was diagnosed with cancer. One thing we forgot to learn about this guy is that when Kevin Samuels was diagnosed with cancer early on, it was his first look at life to know that nothing in life is guaranteed and nothing in life will be lasted. So it's advised that you take advantage of each moment, pursue love, pursue family, pursue leadership roles, and do this to change your life. As a young man, as he got out of the hospital after being diagnosed with this cancer, went into remission, he decided to marry his high school sweetheart in love. Historically looking at it, this was a significant event for a young man during his life. He decided to leave his small town of Oklahoma, which most freed blacks live, and decided to go on his first journey, which he became more closer to God, getting into his spiritual studies and Christianity, and got married. As he got married, he moved to Dallas, Texas. When he lived in Dallas, Texas, he started his sales career. He began working himself. He began re-engineering himself. And that's when he had his first kid. Later on, as you can see him slowly elevating his life, taking different jobs in sales, learning the skills, investing in himself, you begin to see the progression. What he's most known for is his influence by Shahrazad Ali. Shahrazad Ali, who I will highlight in another video, was the foundation piece that talk about the heart of what they call black dysfunction and sort of parting families. So what he focused on was how the ideology of a modern woman is to think a certain way. What Kevin Samuels built upon was how we had family structure as our number one issue inside the black community. So he broke down that issue by giving examples of how we are taught to assume money over family, relationships over people. One thing that he did is that he broke down multiple ways things can happen. His research was focused on that point, and he gave real life examples in real time through this mode of YouTube that we all use. Why was it so monumental? It was the first one that trailblazed a different side of a topic that we hear discussed regularly. Before his movement began, we must understand the foundation piece he learned from Shahrazad Ali. From her book, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding the Black Woman, her work was founded in 1989 about the similar issues that Kevin Samuels said, about how we do not unify, how we look at college, how we pursue ourselves, and how internally we still have some trauma and slavery things that we deal with. Kevin Samuels highlighted this point a little bit different ways sometimes, but his whole point and messaging system that will live forever is that we need more families, marriages are required, and health is important. Those were his three main points. No matter if you agree or disagree with it, but the messaging was all the same, and it's true. The reason why I think this brother needs to be highlighted and talked about is because every man must have that visionary for his life before he seeks true relationships. I think right now we do have the fantasy way of going about things, but you should have your purpose defined, focused, and direction. And women must also understand that relationships and families happen early on. The whole we live our life in our 20s, then we settle down in our 30s is not true. He gave real life examples on why that is difficult to happen time after time after time. The research shows it. How you feel about it, the answers are what they are. I think the most deeply thing that he triggered on and he talked about was how that we are getting the fruits of not having parental homes as we should. We are actually seeing the results of it in real time. Kevin Samuels' legacy will live on, not through his YouTube platform, but because he touched a deeply rooted issue that is under discussed. No matter your feelings on him, I think he was a change agent. What his work he did was remarkable, whether you agree with his tone or whatever your ideology may be. I always believe in chewing the meat, spit out the bones. That's anytime I listen to something, even if I disagree or understand with you. But Kevin Samuels did die from hypertension due from stress, working himself, and having a different diet. But we all must remember he was predisposed to cancer at a young age. So he was already on borrowed time when you think about it. The great Kevin Samuels legacy will be championed for years to come. His message has become iconic and international worldwide. I think this highlighted series should be talked about how the man had to slowly develop over time to who he became and how the grind and the build was sweet. It's your boy King Crowder checking back out again. Hopefully you learned something today. Please smash that like, comment, subscribe button. And it's your boy checking out. Peace.